After decades of TPS protections, why is it ending now? In this episode, we unpack the political shifts driving these changes, also the risk of waiting, and the practical backup plans you should have in place to protect yourself and your family. What is happening right now? I mean, why the authorities are taking this step right now after 25 years? I mean, what can be the reason behind it if you can let our viewers know about it?
Well, I think it's just a political shift in evaluating the priorities for the United States. But I don't think that this represents majority of public opinion. It's hard to speak to this without appearing political. But let's just say it, the Biden administration, they opened up a lot of different TPS options, right? We had it for Afghanistan and Ukraine. Did we have Haiti under Biden? There was a lot new opportunities available, and there is a lot of discretion based off the administration and just how they approach what is a concern and what isn't a concern. I think that when I look at for every time I hear that a TPS program is ending, I go straight to the State Department website to look for that travel advisory for that country, and almost all of them still have a level 4 and like don't travel and all things that are going on. What are the reasons behind it? People obviously can't go back to Afghanistan. They can't go back to Ukraine. There's and then also, like, I think that in many prior administrations, like Obama administration, there would be a lot more of a warning about a change happening, like maybe 6 months or a year. There'd be like more transition time. What happened earlier in the year with the Venezuelans, that was just really very chaotic. Being announced, what was it, on the 17th of January, Biden says, you're going to have an extension. And then on the 20th or 21st or something, Trump says, nope, you're not going to have an extension. We did so many consults in January, February, and then I think people were like praying that there was going to be some benefit to the lawsuits and that there would be hope. But I think that many of the other TPS recipients are looking to what happened with Venezuela to see if that can happen to them with so little notice, that could happen to me. And so I think it's a shift in political ideology of the importance of these individuals. But I just want to say that it doesn't reflect everyone's opinion.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruby, for taking up this question. There are certain people, who comes under TPS right now who are staying in the US. So maybe they have gone through this news and they are very afraid. So what advice or what recommendation you want to give to those people, who are going through this very difficult situation? What should they do right now?
Well, I feel like the one thing I'm just saying all the time is have a consultation with a reputable, and I mean reputable, experienced, okay? So not just any attorney, like reputable, experienced immigration attorney who does a majority of immigration, I would say, because they have to be staying on top of all these changes. Please just do it. Just your life, your livelihood, your kids' lives are worth that consultation fee. It might be painful to try to go do it, but it's something that's so essential. It's like if you have something that hurts on your body and you avoid going to the doctor for like a few months, and then maybe by that point it's too late. That's the type of thing I'm talking about here. So having an experienced, reputable immigration attorney give you analysis of your case, to give you enough time to see what your options are. And then you need to have backup plans. This is not something I say lightly, but are you considering maybe going to another country? Maybe not your own country, maybe not staying in the US, would maybe another country potentially. And do you have like guardianship documents if you have small children or minor children? What's your plan in place to help protect your family? And there's also issues that I don't even want to think about taxes and other things, about movement of funds and money as well. And so that's another conversation. But the first I'd say is that the immigration is the most important, because you might be eligible for something and you didn't know it because you never had that consultation and you just kept renewing the TPS. That is quite possible. And I saw that happen a lot when I did DACA consultations back like in 2012, that some people were actually eligible for something this whole time, but they never went to an attorney to find out what they were eligible for. So the consul knowledge is power is probably the most important thing, and then being open to having some backup plans as to what that might look like. And I think honestly, my opinion is that when we have a new administration in the future, I think the pendulum will shift from being more, in this sort of the stance that we have in immigration at this moment to being a little bit more pro-friendly immigrant, and then that could provide more options in the future. But right now, this is what we're dealing with, and you have to use it. You have to make the best decision with information we have.
Absolutely. And that's very well put up. Thank you so much, Ruby, for, making us understand about this very important question. So we have just discussed why TPS is ending now and the urgent backup planning every recipient should be doing. But in the next episode, friends, we dive into an even bigger question. Is this truly the final end of TPS, or could there still be another extension?